Hello there, this is Leela. So today I'm going to run you through a shorter, more intensive yoga practice. We're going to do some vinyasa. So vinyasa, the principle is one breath per movement, and I'll just get you to come straight to the mat. We don't need any support, no bolster, no straps. And I'll just get you to come straight to the end of the mat and gently close your eyes and find your standing position. So maybe bend your knees a little. Open the chest and find your breathing. We're just taking a few moments here to clear your mind before you practice. Great. On the next breath in, you're gonna breathe in, lift your hands all the way up to the ceiling, and breathe out, forward folds. Drop the top of the head towards the mat. Breathe in to a straight back. And breathe out, forward fold. On the next breath in, you're raising your right hand to the ceiling, keeping the left on the ground. And breathe out, coming back to the center. Breathe in, this one is the left hand that comes up. And breathe out. Depending how tight the back of the legs are, you can have your knees slightly bent still. Breathe in, still the right hand one more time. And breathe out, coming back to the center. And breathe in is the left. Looking with your gazing all the way up to your fingertips. Coming down. On the next breath in, you're coming to a straight back. Tucking the chin gently. And breathe out, fold. On the next breath in, both hands on the top of the mat. And bring the right leg forward. Drop the knee. Breathe in, inhale, hands to the center, and exhale, hands to the mat. Breathe in, lift the back leg off the mat. Straight line from the head all the way back to the heel, and put the weight on the back heel. And then on the next breath, you're going to transition all straight to a plank. So you have the option of either bringing your knees down or staying up. You're shifting your weight to the front, the elbows come in, and you're touching down. On the next breath in, we're just going to come to a gentle Sphinx pose. Just opening the lower back. Open, look up. We're taking one moment here. And then as you breathe out, you're going to hinge yourself and come all the way to child pose. Have a moment of breath. Rest for a second. Great. On the next breath in, bring your weight forward, and this time it's the right hand that comes across. And as you breathe in, hands to the ceiling. Breathe out, hands to the mat. And as you breathe in, you're lifting the right knee off the mat. Straight line from the head to the back heel. Great. And then on the next breath, you're going to bring your leg behind you, straight into a plank. Again, you can do this from your knees, or maybe straight from your plank, shifting the weight to the front, tucking the elbows in, coming down. And then you can either come to a Sphinx or to an up dog, in which you're resting just gently on your feet, opening the chest, looking up. And on the next breath in, coming to your straight downward dog. Taking a moment here to rest, refine your breath. You might paddle your knees, bending one side and bending the other. Taking the time to straighten out a few of the kinks. Great. And then on the next breath, you're lifting the hips really high. And with your coming into stillness, with your eyes, you're looking towards your belly. Your fingers are spread. And you're pushing the weight of the hip towards the wall behind you. Great. On the next breath in, you're going to hinge and lift the right leg. And as you breathe out, you're bringing the knee towards your elbow. Breathe in, extend it back. Bending at the knee, opening to the side into a gentle twist. With your head, you look underneath your armpit. And gently back down to downward dog. On the next breath in is the other side. So breathe in, stretch the left leg all the way up. Breathe out, you bring into the elbow. Breathe in, extend it back, bend in the knee, head underneath your armpit, and then gently back. Downward dog, dropping the knees to the mat, bring the hands in front of you, and gently bring in your chest to the mat, taking a moment in melting heart pose so the hips are staying high. And you can either touch down with your forehead or maybe with your chin, depending what is available for you today. Great. Coming straight to your fours, hinging your weight backwards. And on the next breath in, coming to your downward dog. And when you're ready, you can just gently hop or walk towards your hands. If you're hopping, you're just bending your knees, shifting the weight, and gently coming to the top of the mat. Forward fold, take a breath here. Breathe into a straight back. And breathe out, forward fold, top of the head towards the mat. And then on the next breath in, we're opening the right hand to the ceiling. And breathe out, coming back. Breathe in is the other side that is coming all the way up. And gently down. On the next breath in, you're going to hinge your weight, bend your knees, and lifting yourself up in chair. So open the shoulders all the way up. Sit back. You should be able to see your toes. Bring your body weight a little bit more towards your heels. Lengthen in the lower spine. And on the next breath in, we're bringing the hands to heart center. Sit a little bit more. Great. Take a breath in, and on your next breath out, you bring in right elbow to left knee. Looking up. Gazing on top of that left elbow. Breathe in, open the hands. Breathe out, back to prayer. Breathe into the center, sit back, lift up. We're doing 3 breaths here. Starting to bring a bit of heat into the legs. Breathe in, back to prayer. And as you breathe out, is the left elbow on the right knee. Look up, gazing over your right elbow. And on the next breath in, you open up the hands, deepening your twist. And breathe out, back to prayer. Breathe in, back to the center. We're doing 2 more breaths. So breathe in, lift up, sit back, and breathe out. Forward fold. On the next breath in, you're keeping both hands on the mat and you're dropping, stepping back the right leg. Great. Breathe in, you're lifting yourself up. Find the point of focus in front of you, keeping both hips straight. Breathe in, coming to the center. On the next breath out, you're dropping the right hand to the mat and you're opening the left hand to the ceiling. Taking 1 breath. Gently transitioning back up. And as you breathe out, you're coming down. This time you're touching down with your left hand and you're opening the right. Taking 1 breath here. And as you exhale, hands back to the mat. Plank. Optionals, knee down or up. And gently bringing your elbows in. Touching down. And lifting yourself up. Open the chest, relax the shoulders away from the ears. And gentle back to downward dog. We're taking a couple of breaths here. On the next breath is the right leg that comes to the front of the mat. As you breathe in, you lift yourself up. Find your point of focus. Relax the shoulders away from the ears, soften the gaze, soften your muscles on your face, relax. Great, on the next breath in is the left hand to the mat, the right hand to the ceiling. Straight line in between those two shoulders. And as you breathe in, find your balance, come back up. There's always one side where it's a little bit more hard. And then gently coming on the other side. This time it's the right hand. And we open and twisting. Left hand to the ceiling. And as you breathe down, hands back to the mat. Transitioning straight into a plank. Optional knees down. And gently tucking in. Lowering yourself down. Opening up. And transition back. Downward dog. Starting to heat up your muscle by now. We're doing one more breath here, and then you can choose to either walk or gently hop to the front of the mat. And forward fold. Breathe into a straight back. Breathe out, fold again. This time we're hugging our hands just behind the knees. Dropping the head towards the ceiling. Gently dropping the head towards the ground. Hips towards the ceiling. Great. And as your next breath in, you open your hands wide and you're coming all the way up. Breathe out, hands to heart center. So we're taking a nice long step with the right leg. We're looking for a heel to arch alignment. It's the front knee facing forward. Dropping straight from the knee to the ankle. Opening the hips to the side. Open the shoulders. And on your next breath in, you're lifting your hands to warrior two, gazing towards your middle finger. Breathe out, drop the back hand, lift the left hand up. And breathe in, transitioning back into your warrior two. Check your position, that the weight is on the outside edge of the back foot, that the knee and the hip are equally open. And on the next breath, you're dropping your elbow to the knee and lifting the other hand towards the ceiling, gently on your twist. On the next breath, we're floating that elbow, so we're lifting it up just a few centimeters off the leg. And we're using our core muscle to keep us up. We're doing 2 breaths. And then you're gently cartwheeling yourself to warrior two. Open the shoulders, engage the muscle in between the shoulder blades to keep them nice and open. Soften your gaze. Great, once again we're dropping the back hand. See if we can go a little bit further back this time. Right hand on the back leg, left hand looking above you. And then once again, back to warrior two, gazing on your middle finger. And this time around, we're coming straight down in a side angle pose. So fingertips towards the floor and the other hand lifting yourself up. So you can either look straight or you can change your gaze up, depending on what is comfortable for your neck. Breathing in, we're coming back to your warrior two. And gently relax. So we're bringing both feet parallel, so we are rotating the left foot so it's facing straight like the right one. Hands on the hips. When you're taking a breath in, hands to the ceiling. And breathe out, forward fold. Take the time to widen the legs as far as it's comfortable for you. And you're starting to walk your hands further away. And gently back, shifting the weight on the hips until the hands are straight underneath your legs. And gently soften, forehead towards the ground. It doesn't matter how far you can get. Just set the intention for the body to go in that direction. On the next breath in, we're just going to walk our hands towards our left leg. Taking one breath and gently walking towards the right. So one hand on each side of your ankle. Shift the upper body together with your arms and gently coming back to the center. So once again, you're dropping the head in front of you, and we're just going for top of the head towards the floor. You might get there, might not. You might get there with the aid of a break. We're doing one more breath. And gently up. Walk your feet inside. Hands on the hip, hinge, breathe. Gently coming up. Great. Take a step towards the front of the mat. Breathe in to the center and breathe out. Just gently fold on the right. Breathe into the center. And as you breathe out, you fold to the left. Great. Relax the shoulder. Hands to heart center. Take a breath. Gently slow down your heart rate and your breathing here. And when you're ready, we're just going to take a nice long step backwards with the left leg this time. So once again, I'm checking my alignment, seeing that I have a heel to arch alignment. The weight is on the outside edge. I'm bending forward until I have a 90-degree drop. The kneecap is straight on top of the ankle. Open the hips to the side. Twist the ribs, open the shoulders, open the arms, but relax them away from the ears. And gently gazing. Great. So breathe in, dropping back. Right hand on top and left hand on the back of the leg. And as you breathe out, you're dropping the right elbow onto the right knee. And you're lifting the right hand all the way up to the ceiling. Once again, you can keep your head neutral, or you can look up, depending what feels okay for you. And once again, breathe in, warrior two. Think about the knee and the hip opening. Think about the weight on the back foot. Great. Breathe out, drop. See if you can go a little bit further this time. Excellent. And as you come back to warrior two, you prepare yourself in a side angle pose. So we're dropping the right hand towards the floor, just in the front, and lifting up. We're doing 2 breaths here. Gently letting the shoulder and the hip open. And gently back. Warrior two, relax the shoulders. Great job. Once again, we're turning the right foot this time in, so it's parallel to the left. Lifting yourself up, breathe in, and breathe out, fold. Gonna gently walk our hands to the left, twisting all the shoulders, the ribs, shifting the weight, and then gently coming back. And going to the right, opening up. Excellent. Coming back to the center, hands on the hips, and on the next breath in, you're gently coming back up. You're turning your heels inside, the points of your toes facing out, sort of on a 45-degree angle. On the next breath in, hands to heart center, and on the next breath out, you gently start to lower yourself down until you're resting your triceps against your knees. Open the chest, relax the head and the jaw, and drop your bottom towards the ground. It's quite strong hip opener. So you can stay here, or you can drop the right hand onto the mat or the floor in front of you, and lifting the left hand up. And gently doing the other side. So dropping the left and lifting the right. Coming back to the center. Drop a little bit further on your elbows. And just gently start to shift the weight to your toes. And just a little preparation for crow pose. Just gently rocking backwards and forwards. We're not going there today. We're just preparing our hips for it. And on the next breath, you're lifting your hips, you're straightening up your feet. And you forward fold. Breathe in, bringing in the hands behind your back, interlocking your fingers. And as you breathe out, gently dropping. Top of the head towards the floor, lifting the arms as far as it's comfortable towards the ceiling. Doing one more breath. And then you gently bring in your arms to the left and the head towards the right knee. Breathing, coming back to the center. And as you breathe out, head towards the left knee and arms towards the right. Breathe in, hands back on the hips. And as you breathe out, you're gently lifting yourself up and you're stepping towards the back of the mat. Take a breath in, hands to the ceiling, breath out, hands to heart center, taking a breath here to relax. So we're going to breathe in, hands to the ceiling, breathe out, forward fold. Breathe into a straight back. Breathe out, hands on the mat, bringing right leg forward, dropping the knee. Breathe in, lift the back leg. And breathe out, lift the front as far as you can in your best version of splits. So you can drop the knee on the ground now and just gently keep walking that leg. Dropping the weight into the hips. You might be on your hands with option to come down, maybe to your elbows now. One more breath, and you just start to gently push yourself up. You're going to tuck right leg behind and transition in a gentle child pose. Head to the ground and soften. On the next breath in is the left leg that comes to the front. You're lifting the right knee and you start to walk your left foot to the front. Drop the right knee once again, and once again you come into your best version of a split. You can unfold your toes and you can either stay on your hands or maybe you can calm down on the elbow, just listening to what is happening here with your body. Don't take it too far, don't take it too close. Remember, it's always a gradual process. One more breath, pushing yourself gently back up, tucking the leg behind, sitting back on the heels. This time you're bringing your arms behind you. And one more breath here in child pose. Great, moving the hands in front of you once again, tucking your toes, lifting yourself straight into downward dog. Take a moment to get in your position. Everything is cracking. Lifting those hips high. Now that your body is warm, just gently bring the heels as close to the mat as possible. And on the next breath in, you're just going to float your knees just a couple of centimeters off the mat. We're staying here for 2 breaths, building a bit of strength. And gently coming back up. Downward dog. We're doing one more time, floating your knees. Keep breathing in and out. And on your next breath, straight back up to downward dog. Pushing the hips a bit higher. Gently bringing the knees straight to the mat. And sitting back. Open the chest. So we're just gonna bring the right leg in front of you, left leg on top. So we're looking for both knees, one on top of each other. Different ways to get in this position. I personally prefer to start on my mat, tack one leg, and then bring the other one across. Another version is to simply transition by crossing your legs and then seating back. I just personally feel you have a little bit less control with this, but it's a personal choice. Maybe try both. And when you're ready, you're just gonna gently forward fold, chest towards the knee. Walk your hands as far out as necessary for you to feel stretch in your glute and the lower back. Breath. And gently coming back up. It's the right hand coming straight on top of the right leg, and then it's the left hand untucking with it. So both your forearms are parallel, the hands are pointing towards the ceiling. As you breathe in, you're lifting all the way up. As you breathe out, you're softening the shoulders away from the ears. Breathe in, going a little bit further up, and breathe out, soften. And just one last time, breathe in, and gently breathe out. Relaxing your arms, interlocking your fingers behind you. Breathe in, look up, open the chest, and as you breathe out, you forward fold, lifting the shoulders up to wherever is comfortable. And gently coming back up. Swapping legs. So the right is going at the bottom and the left is coming on top. Great. Open the chest and breathe in, and as you breathe out, you once again forward fold. Nose towards the knee. And gently observe if your left and the right are feeling the same. Maybe one hip is a little bit tighter than the other. Gently coming back up. This time it's the left arm that's coming in front and the right underneath, interlocking either once or twice. And then as you breathe in, you're lifting your fingertips all the way up. Relax the shoulders. And so as you breathe out, we're just going to do it one more time. Breathe in, going up, and breathe out, soften. Gently relaxing your arms, interlocking your fingers behind you. Lovely. And as you breathe out, you fold across, and once again lifting your arms. Excellent. Relaxing across. So you're going to bring the legs in front of you. You're going to release them down. Hinging from the hips. As you breathe in, hands to the ceiling. And as you breathe out, bending from the hips, you forward fold. Gently easing off the elbow towards the leg. Relaxed. The head towards the leg. It doesn't matter how close or how far you are. Every day is different. Gently focusing on bringing down the elbows rather than the pushing down of the head. Breathe in, lengthen the spine, puff up the chest, and breathe out, fold from the hips. Doing 2 more times. Breathe in, lengthen, and breathe out, fold. And one last time, breathe in, and breathe out. Gently bending the knees, and you're allowing yourself to roll all the way down on your back. Starting to draw some small figures of 8 with the hips on the mat. Breathe in, open up your arms, and as you breathe out, you drop the knees to the right and the head to the left. Breathe in, come back to the center. And breathe out, we go the other way. Allow the ribs to open, the internal organs to be squeezed and massaged. And within your own breath, you keep moving from one side to the other. Each time going a little bit further in the stretch. And gently coming back to the center, bending the legs, reaching on the outside edge of your feet, and opening your knees wide, resting your elbows inside, rocking gently in happy baby. And we're gently finishing off, resting one sole of the foot on the other, opening the hip, dropping down on the mat. And we bring in the hands to the belly, and you're gently closing up your eyes, preparing yourself for Shavasana. Take a few moments to slow down your breath here. And as you breathe in and out, just allow your body to soften on the mat. Let go of any muscle contraction. Imagine that your body is gently melting, softening. As you keep breathing in and out softly. When you breathe in, your belly is ballooning, is expanding. And as you breathe out, it's gently softening. And gently focus on releasing all the creases, all the muscles in your face. You're softening the jaw and the mouth. Taking a few moments to recenter and to have quiet, to let go. And you can gently imagine that any worry, any pain, any anxiety that you might be feeling today or in general, imagine that you're gently letting go of that onto the mat, onto the earth. So it can be reabsorbed, it can be let go and transformed. The need to hold on. You can gently imagine that as you're breathing in, you're preparing yourself to detach from what does no longer serve you. And as you breathe out, it gently melts away on the ground beneath you. Gently let go of any effort. Just taking a moment to just be. And when you're ready, we're starting to bring back awareness to your surroundings. Pretty much as we go your toes or move your fingertips. You're welcome to come to any stretch that your body feels like now. Might be bringing one knee to the chest. Or you might need a few more moments of stillness. And when you're ready, And we're gently rolling onto your side, keeping your eyes closed, keeping your body soft. And you're gently coming back up straight to a seated position. You might cross your legs, you might sit samurai, whatever works. Keep your spine long, relax your jaw, relax your neck. And we're finishing, as usual, today's session with just single chant of Om. So when you're ready, you're going to exhale completely. Then you're going to inhale deeply. Hey, voila, just a quite vigorous but short practice. Take a few moments to just get back to your day without rushing. And thank you for practicing with me today. And don't forget to like and subscribe.